What's up, everybody? Welcome to basically my prediction show for the upcoming Supercross season here in 2022. I have made a mock Eli Tomac in the first Supercross game on a Yamaha, and yeah, we're gonna get started here. So basically, the way I'm gonna do this, as you saw in the thumbnail, I had all those riders on the screen. I'm gonna go from who I think will not win the championship to who I think will win the championship. So basically, my first guy is the dude that will, in my opinion, absolutely not win the championship. And the last guy I will talk about will be my pick for the championship. If you've watched my channel before, you kind of already know what my thoughts are on the season, but this is basically my actual thoughts here. Not that they've changed, but this is my thoughts on pretty much everyone who's going to be a main player this year. Um, and yeah, before we get to the end guy, I will throw out an honorable mention or some honorable mentions of guys who will be up there, but not really, and maybe top fives, but not really battling for the championship. You may know who I'm talking about. But anyway, let's get started. The dude, unfortunately, I have to put him in last place. It's gonna be the 94, Ken Roxon. And this hurts me to say because I remember when Kenny came over here from Germany, and he came over in 2011, and he had a scary crash in Phoenix where he clipped a tough block and hit his head really hard. I still remember that to this day. And here we are, basically 11 years later now, and actually, 2021 was 10 years since that crash. Actually, I think it was first round was 10 years since that crash. Um, anyway, Ken Roxon, unfortunately, I have to put him in last place. He gets our hopes up every single year by grabbing the points lead, and nothing comes from it. He gets caught, he gets passed for the lead, and goes backwards really quickly. Not that he went backwards in 2021, he just gave up on the championship, and it was really, really sad. Atlanta 3 was probably the saddest for me. You all know what I'm talking about when you let Cooper by there on those last few laps. Man, that was very heartbreaking for me. Oh boy, my phone went off. Anyway, yeah, it's sad. I believe this is Kenny's last year here, um, in Supercross, and yeah, he had a great career though. Man, it's really sad. And he's probably not going to be a 450 Supercross champion. But he's got that 250 West title. Got that, won it over Eli Tomac of all people. 2013, that was a great season for him. And other than that, and the outdoor titles he has, that's all we're gonna see from Kenny. 2017 was his best shot to win it, and he didn't pull it off. So unfortunately, I'm gonna have to put Ken Roxon last place. And yeah, Kenny will be like Kenny every single year. He will get wins. I'm predicting 3 wins this year for Kenny. Yeah, that it's very hard to say that because he's still one of the elite. I mean, he's still making main event. My thing is, if you're making main events in the 450 class, you are automatically one of the best in the world. I don't care if your name's Adam Entignap, Scotty Wenestrom, who else is there? Ryan Brees, any of those guys. Carlin Gardner is not one and comes to mind, Scott Champion, all those guys. If you're making main events in the 450 class, you are automatically one of the best in the world. And please don't argue with that. Alright, my next guy here that I will talk about will be the number 23 of Mr. Chase Sexton here. Chase Sexton, his rookie year last year did really well, and I do believe he gets at least 2 wins this year. I'm predicting. Maybe he gets redemption after what happened at that first Atlanta race and gets a win at Atlanta Motor Speedway. Who knows? Eli Tomac's the king of Daytona. Maybe Chase Sexton can be the king of Atlanta now. I don't know. He's already won an Atlanta race back in 2020 when it was at Mercedes-Benz. So who knows? Maybe maybe Sexton can win in Atlanta. I don't know. Sexton, I know he's part of the new generation, and I do believe he's going to be a champion one day. But unfortunately, that title will not come this year. I do believe it's coming. Depending on how he does this year, maybe 2023. For sure, probably 2024. It just depends on what Cooper Webb does here. If Cooper gets on a roll here, he's easily going to beat Ryan Villopoto as the best in the world. Especially the best in the last 10 years or something. We'll get to Cooper later, but yeah, Chase Sexton, he will eventually be a 450 champion, just not this year. Would I be surprised for him to win it? Absolutely not. Will I be surprised if he does what he did in 2021? A little bit. I don't expect the rookie mistakes that he made back in 2021, but I do expect wins from this guy, and yeah, we'll see. He's not now. He now is not being trained by James Stewart anymore. James Stewart moved on and made a podcast, and his mechanic is not Jade Dungy. If you don't know who that is, Jade Dungy has been his mechanic, I think since 2000, since he came, maybe, I think since 2018 he's been his mechanic. He was his mechanic during the 250 East title, and yeah, so he's no longer with him. Jade Dungy's moved on to Red Bull KTM to be the wrench guy for, what's his name, Aaron Plessinger. So yeah, who is his mechanic this year? I don't know who Chase's mechanic is this year. I haven't looked into that, but yeah, Chase Sexton coming in I don't even know what spot, but Chase Sexton, yeah. Wouldn't be surprised, but also wouldn't be shocked if he doesn't. I don't think he does, but wouldn't be shocked if he did it. Who knows? Dungy won the title his rookie year, so who knows? Coming in next, I have to put, I don't even know. Like, this is where it gets hard. You know? This is where it gets really hard right here, and man, I'm gonna have to say Adam Cianciarulo, unfortunately. Adam, man. Adam Cianciarulo, I watched this kid when I actually didn't watch the race, but I remember when he got his first win, and man, I do believe I was having a conversation with someone the other day, and out of the new generation that's coming up, Sexton, Ferrandis, Cianciarulo, and Cooper Webb's part of that generation too. I think people forget Cooper Webb and Adam Cianciarulo went pro. They basically made their, I mean, not really Cooper. Cooper went pro at Hangtown 2013, and Adam went pro in Budds Creek 2013, and that's back when Budds Creek was early in the season. I'm talking about the Nationals here. That's when Budds Creek, I believe, was round 4 that year. So they basically, Cooper and Adam came up at the same time. Obviously they were rivals, and they've had some battles in the 450. Cooper winning both of those. But I do believe Adam seems to rule. Unfortunately, his time to be a champion, I believe, is running out. If this kid keeps getting injured, his career, like, he's already reminding me of a Trey Kennard, and that's not good at all. And, that's not good at all, obviously. We saw what that did to Trey. It completely shortened his career. I honestly do believe that Trey would probably still be around in racing had he not had all his injuries. That poor guy. Every time he got injured, I'm just like, are you kidding me? And I'm starting to feel the same for Saints Rule. He's got to make it through a year, you know. If Adam can make it through a year, maybe he'll win 20. If Adam can make it through 22 and win a race and all that stuff, win a race and stuff, you know, then maybe I'll consider him for 2023. But I got to see this kid make it through a whole season, you know. Adam's got to make it through a whole season. If he can make it through a whole season, then I think it is I think he'll be okay. And I'm talking full Supercross season and Prime Motocross. I know he made it through motocross in 2020, but that was a shortened year. That was obviously the pandemic season. So yeah, we're gonna have to just wait and see what Saints Row ends up being. And yeah, Saints Row coming in next. All right, my next guy right here. We talked about him at the beginning of the show here. Mr. Eli Tomac, on the new bike. And the only reason I put Eli in front of Adam, and the only reason I give Eli a better chance to win it than Adam Cianciarulo is because Eli Tomac is arguably on the fastest bike right now. Star Yamaha is definitely the pro circuit of this generation. I remember 10 years ago they were basically the DNA spikes, the DNA strips, Yamaha. Does anyone remember that? I know that technically wasn't Star Yamaha, but that was pretty much the only Yamaha team. I remember, was it? Yeah, Ryan Sipes got a win in 2011. Yeah, in 2012. Oh, no. 10 years ago from 2022 was 2012, so that would have been, what do they call themselves? I don't remember what they call themselves, but I remember Ryan Sipes got a win that year. Anyway, back to our main topic conversation here. Eli Tomac on the Star Yamaha. He does have a really good shot of winning the Monster Energy Supercross title for 2022. Do I think he wins it? No. But do I think do I think this is a James Stewart JGR situation? No. Do I think he challenges for it? Yeah, quite possibly. Eli, and like I said, he's on the new bike, but I could easily put him behind Adam Cianciarulo too. But remember when James Stewart went to JGR and he was at that point of his career where he wasn't really committed, and JGR and Jeremy Albrecht said this in an interview in a documentary they did, the Behind the Dream, Chasing the Dream, something like that. You all remember that? That was good. He literally said that time in 2012 was a nightmare. They kept traveling to Florida, and James didn't like the bike. Well, difference is here, folks. Eli Tomac is actually in Florida, training and testing. Unbelievable. How cool is that? Like Eli obviously now has two kids now. He could easily be a Stewart and just say, screw you guys, I'm training here in Colorado. You're not making me come to Florida, not even for testing. But hey, he's doing it. Like, he's actually all in on this, and that makes me super confident of this number 3 bike, of winning the championship, possibly. He's on a faster bike, and, hopefully he doesn't do that this year, but, he's on a faster bike, and, honestly, let's be real, Eli Tomac historically struggled with his starts on the Monster Energy Kawasaki, and if you want to know how good Star Yamaha is with start, go back to Washugo 2019 and the 250 class. My goodness, both motos, the Yamahas pretty much started out front. It was insane. I've never seen anything like it. It was so cool. Yeah, just go back to that race. And Ferrandis, when he was on the 250s, battling Adam Seems to Rule, went 1-1 that day, and I believe Tomac went 1-1 that day too. So, yeah, Tomac, he is gonna get more wins than he did in 2021. I'll tell you that. I don't think he gets all the wins. Anyone saying that Tomac's gonna go 17-0, shut up. I haven't heard about it yet, but I know I will as the season gets closer. Yeah, we're just gonna have to, like Adam Seems to Roll, we're just gonna have to see for Tomac, see what he does. Yeah, my second guy, and oh boy, I may get hit. I may get hate in the comments for this one. Dylan Ferrandis, the 2021 Lucas Oil Pro Motocross champion. Dylan Ferrandis has probably the best shot, other than the other rider we're going to talk about, which I'm sure you guys have already guessed it. Justin Barcia, no. Has the best shot of challenging the reigning champ this year. I'm not joking. Like, y'all may think, oh, he's just joking, just joking. No, not joking. Dylan Ferrandis, I will have 0% shock on my face if Dylan Ferrandis wins the Supercross title this year. What that guy did in outdoors was something pretty cool. He straight up beat Cooper. Obviously, Cooper Webb's not as great as outdoors, so I can't really count him, but he straight up beat Eli, Kenny, and those guys. He straight up beat everyone in outdoor. And as you know, from his 250 days, outdoors isn't his biggest strength. Like, Supercross is where he shines, and he just went out and won the series that he's not as good at. So if he can win that, and he's got all the confidence from that, damn, he could break Barcia's streak here, of Anaheim opener wins and just carry that. Him and Cooper Webb are very similar, where if they get a win, watch out, because they're coming. Like, and I guess I can combine these two into one segment. Cooper Webb, I do, actually, let me save that for the end. Dylan Ferrandis and, Cooper Webb are very similar, where if they get one win, watch out, they're coming, and they're probably going to take over the rest of the season. We saw that last year, and both the Cooper Webb's championship year, we've seen that, and even 2020 before he damn near broke his back in Arlington, we saw that too. Made the pass on Ken Roxon in Oakland 2020 to get second that race. Eli went on to win that race. Got the win in San Diego next week. Was really putting the heat on until the crash. And then they had the break and went to Salt Lake, and he scored the most points there. And easily could have wrapped up the championship there. And then obviously 2021. I wouldn't count Houston 3 because he kind of got the win handed to him. But Orlando won that. Swept Orlando, swept Arlington. Yeah, Cooper Webb. Some honorable mentions though before I announce my championship pick, which you probably already guessed it already. Um, Aaron Plessinger on the new team, he's gonna be good. Maybe he gets a win this year. Justin Barcia, all I have to say is he's gonna go 4 straight on Anaheim on opener wins. And actually, they were talking about it last year at the opener for Houston for Barcia, and he actually tied Jeremy McGrath for consecutive opening round wins at 3. So if Barcia wins A1 this year on January 8th, which I'm totally picking him for fantasy. If he wins Anaheim 1 this year, he will become the rider with the most consecutive Anaheim 1 or opening round wins. So some history's on the line here for Barcia at Anaheim 1. But Barcia, he's going to be Barcia. He's going to win the opener. I do believe he gets another race win. This is actually interesting. So in the middle of outdoors last year, Will Hahn actually left Yamaha to train Barcia, Mosman, and Brown. Michael Mosman and Pierce Brown I'm talking about. And he became the trainer for TLD. So this is the first time we're seeing Will Hahn train these guys for a Supercross season. Obviously, Will Hahn, the 2013 East Coast champion in the 250 class. I don't know, man. I think Barcia gets a win. I think Barcia gets 2 wins this year, and Michael Mosman, maybe he gets a win this year. I know he was so close to it last year at round 5. Maybe he gets it this year. We'll see. We're just gonna have to wait and see. Other honorable mentions I have is the last honorable mention actually is Jason Anderson, new team obviously Monster Energy Kawasaki. Anderson, wouldn't be surprised to see him get a win either. But yeah, I thought Anderson, like the guys on the new teams, we're just gonna have to wait and see. I'm trying to think of other honorable mentions I can. Max Anstey, Joey Savacci is gonna be good. He's gonna be that consistent guy where you look up and go, oh, Savacci got 6. Malcolm Stewart, I do believe he probably gets. I wouldn't be surprised to see Malcolm Stewart be a consistent podium guy. And you look up at the end of the season, oh, Malcolm Stewart 3rd in points. That's crazy. Yeah, he's gonna be good. Maybe he gets a win on the new Husky. Obviously, Zach Osborne's retired. Zach Osborne had a great career, but he is now retired, and it seems like he's enjoying the retirement life. Seth Rarick put up a video of him, and it looked like he was eating cake. So I think Zach's enjoying retirement right now. The only let me think of other guys that I can do. Other honorable mentions. Really quickly for the 250s, I'm just gonna say Colt Nichols is gonna win the East because it does sound like Nichols and Cooper are holding the number 1 plates this year, so they will be on the East and West respectively. I don't know. It depends on the coast that people are on. I do believe if Joe Shimoda isn't on a coast with Colt Nichols and Jet Lawrence, I do believe Joe Shimoda takes home a title, and I do believe he can beat Austin Faulkner and Justin Cooper if they're all in the West. But it also depends on Jet Lawrence too. All these people saying Jet Lawrence is going to win a title. I'm going to have to wait and see what coast he's on. And who he's going to be racing against before I can make that prediction. So let's just wait for the 250s. I will do a 250 preview soon. If you want me to do a 250 preview, let me know down in the comments below. And after Christmas, I will do that. Yeah, and my championship pick, if you can guess it, it's gonna be Cooper Webb. Cooper Webb, I wouldn't be surprised to see him be Ryan Villopoto and just dominate it. He's dominated his other two championships basically, so I wouldn't be surprised to see him do the same exact thing. Whoever wins it, man, I respect all these guys. As I tell everyone, I don't really have a favorite. I did as a kid, but now as I'm getting older and actually respecting what these guys do, it's amazing what these guys can do, you know, with these jumps. Like, even in a video game, I'm struggling, you know. So, yeah, Cooper Webb, probably your 2022 champ, in my opinion. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. I will probably be replying to comments depending on how busy I am. I've been on the news lately, so yeah, thank you all so much for watching. Leave your predictions down in the comments below, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.